Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Aubuchon, still, and welcome back to the Joy of Tennis Teaching. We've got a very special guest with us here today that I'm so excited about. Last week, we had all my old PBI friends who came to visit me here in town for the BNP, and Frank Fanning and I met in 2014 when he came to apply for the job as my head pro when I was a director of tennis at Bighorn Golf Club. I've got to say, I had interviewed 3-4 people and I thought, this job is a small job. It was only a 4-court club, but it had a real high level clientele, and it was a club that meant a lot to me because I had literally spent years, 14 years at the time, building it up from 0 tennis players to a healthy group that was more than I could handle on my own. And Frank showed up and I couldn't believe it. Frank was so overqualified for this job. I didn't know why he wanted it, but he did, and it was such a blessing for me, and we became good friends. And when I had an opportunity to leave and do something else, and at the end of the 2017 season, I knew the club was in great hands with Frank. And Frank, welcome to the Joy of Tennis Teaching.
It's so great to be here. It's so good to see you again. And yeah, I remember that. I remember that vividly, going to that club, and it was such a special club. It's a unique experience, and to be able to get the opportunity to work alongside you was fun for me. And you're right, I had been a tennis director at other places, but I knew that this place was special and I wanted to be a part of it. And I wanted to spend some time with you, which was great for me.
Yeah, it was really something, and I don't think I've ever told Frank this story, but the day he came and interviewed, I was having little problems. It was kind of a precursor of the big health problems I was going to have later with my diabetes. I had a real low blood sugar event going on, but I needed a player. I had a men's doubles that afternoon, and I had 2 players that were really kind of cranky members and unique personalities, to say the least. And I asked Frank if he would mind staying and playing some doubles. And Frank's an excellent player, and he's a lefty who hits dirty, nasty spins. And I am like dizzy and almost falling down on the court. And Frank played it so that he didn't embarrass me, and he kept the thing going. So that solidified him in my heart as a good soul to take care of me on the court. And then we really did a heck of a job for those few years together, taking care of the Bighorn members. But Frank, if you could, I'd like you to talk a little bit about the transition that you're heading towards from being a director of tennis to being a country club manager.
Yeah, I've kind of branched out the last several years. I joined the CMAA. I love tennis. It's actually given me the life that I have now, and obviously the country club experience has given me the life I have. But I also got to a point where you transition in your career. At my age, I wanted to be more of a manager of the whole property as opposed to just the rackets and fitness department. So I've transitioned with the CMAA, going through that process to get certified for country club management, as well as working for a company now, which is really special for me, McMahon Careers, with Mark McMahon, who we both know from USPTA days in Florida as well as Georgia. But he has his own company that also provides education for young professionals on a career path. We've launched it we're doing discovery calls in March, April, and May. We'll probably launch in September our first class of about 50 students of young adults, either just graduating high school or in the college arena, that aren't actually playing tennis but still want to be involved in some way in the rackets field. So we've provided a 10-month program. Mark McMahon and Tom Douglas has provided a 10-month program that puts together everything about being a rackets professional in this day and age. When we were coming up, it obviously was the tennis director, which that has transformed now, and it's more, you have to be more skilled as a rackets director, not only with the sports, but also the programming, the budgeting, and all the various aspects of what the business is, as opposed to just being on the court. So I'm excited. I'm real excited to be a part of Mark's program, but excited that what we need in our industry is young pros coming up, because there's a lot of tennis directors out there that are a little bit older, have been around a really long time, and we don't have that real good group of young professionals that are going to be taking over, and we need them. And especially with the advent of pickleball and padel and different sports that country clubs offer, we need that education for the pros to learn how to be an actual racket sports professional, as opposed to just teaching tennis lessons or pickleball lessons. It kind of covers the full gamut, and I'm excited about it too.
That's something that's so needed in the industry. I always felt that I was exceptionally lucky to meet Peter Burwash and get involved in PBI, because although my personal interest was just to be a teacher on court, Peter wouldn't let us do that. He forced us to learn so much. I've gotten a lot of comments about how well the guys spoke last week's episode, and we all laughed about that. Was the thing that Peter and a man named Don Goodwin forced us to learn when we were 20-something tennis professionals in Hawaii, that you needed more skills like that. So, Frank, if I'm hoping that eventually this YouTube video will spread beyond my friends in the tennis industry,
Sure.
and start to reach more younger people, how would a young professional who's really interested in the great things that you said about developing a career, how would they get a hold of you or Mark or
Sure.
to get access to this training?
Yeah, the McMahon Careers is the website, www.mcmahoncareers.com. You go on the website, it highlights all the actual education programs we offer. This is a new one that we're offering, which is the CRSM, but we also offer a CRSE for higher level head pros and directors at clubs to get a career racket sports executive program, a certified racket sports executive program. And we delve deeper into those issues of budgeting and strategic planning and things that go on in the club. And that's more for the higher level tennis professional that's been in the industry for a while, similar to an executive program that you would do at any corporation. I went through it myself. I know there's a bunch of colleagues of mine that graduated from it. It's a great program. This CRSM program is also going to be wonderful for the young pros, but also they can go onto the website at mcmahoncareers.com, or they can reach out to me on LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn page, Frank Fanning, and anybody that messages me, I'll be happy to give them the information and send along the materials that are needed, and we'll just reach out to them, and hopefully we can get the younger people to have a discovery call that is on the website, the dates for the discovery call, and get on it with your parents. And so the parents can also learn, maybe they don't know what they want to do yet. And this is a great way to figure out if tennis, the industry, if the racket sports industry is where you want to go, for really the better value from my perspective, dollar-wise, of going to an $80,000 college. And this also comes, and uniquely enough, and it's helping us bridge the gap and fill in pros, is that we offer a 400-hour lab within the program that is ostensibly is a summer internship with a director that they can go and learn the business, paid internship that really helps them, guide them through what it's like to be a young professional in the industry and get to know different areas of the club space that pertain, to food and beverage and all of those areas. And I think I'm really excited about it. It's going to be something that hopes flush more young people into our profession, which everybody's trying to do, the USPTA, USPTR, PPR, all of the different associations. What we need is young professionals coming up.
Yeah, that's so true. So for the regular viewers out there of my YouTube channel, you guys are old farts. Please try to pass on this video. This is probably one of the most important videos that I've done yet in this series for the young professional. Frank and I met Mark McMahon many years ago. And what they're doing, I think, is so valuable. If I was starting over, if I was a young professional today, this would be the path that I would be pursuing. And Frank's not only a good friend, but one of the top professionals in the industry. So I hope you will take advantage and do a little bit of research into this. Frank, my friend.
Dan, I must say, on
So
a personal
great to see
level,
you.
it's really great to see you, and I'm forever grateful of the older professionals that I've been able to meet along the way that have helped guide me and give me some education. And now, hopefully, we're able to do that as a company with young professionals coming up. But it was an absolute pleasure to see you, and I'm always glad to see you.
Great. And as always, continue to enjoy the joy of tennis teaching and really the joy of the tennis industry. It's an amazing industry with lots of great people and a career that you will, I guarantee you, find rewarding. So thanks for this, and I'm going to put Frank to work one more time. Go hit the red button and turn us off.
Take care.
Thanks.